Host, Candace Owens. Core thesis. Owens argues that Charlie Kirk's assassination was not a simple murder by a lone, disturbed individual, but as part of a larger conspiracy involving powerful, evil forces. She urges listeners to look beyond the official narrative and the left-right political divide, framing the event as a battle of sheer evil versus goodness. 1. The Decoy Boy and Initial Suspicious. George Zinn, the decoy, a 71-year-old man arrested for falsely confessing to the murder, now charged with obstruction of justice. Shocking discovery. Police found child abuse imagery, CSAM, on his phone. Owens suggests this makes him a perfect target for blackmail, implying he was used as a deliberate distraction to obstruct the investigation, signaling a larger plot. 2. Picking apart the official indictment. Owens meticulously questions the official indictment report. Narrative inconsistencies. She notes the indictment omits Governor Cox's earlier claim that the shooter scouted the location days before in different clothing. Missing timestamps. The indictment provides exact times for some events, but crucially omits timestamps for the text messages between the shooter and his boyfriend. Owens insists these are essential for a verifiable timeline, and their absence is highly suspicious. The fake text messages. The messages where Tyler Robinson confesses and explains his motives are described as unnatural and doctored. Owens finds it unbelievable that a meticulous killer would create such a detailed, self-incriminating digital paper trail and then ask for it to be deleted. 3. The mysterious boyfriend and the unusual traffic. Tyler Robinson, described by neighbors and classmates as a good kid from a good family, making the idea of him as a lone assassin seem implausible to those who knew him. Lance Twiggs, the boyfriend presented as a major point of mystery. While media portrays him as a cooperative witness, Owens claims his own family members contacted her with a different story. They allegedly described him as problematic, with a history of alcohol/drug abuse, nearly overdosing once, kicked out of his parents' house, and increasingly radicalized. A deep web user, suggesting he could be connected to darker online elements. Unusual activity. Owens reports tips about unusual traffic with many different cars at the couple's house in the week leading up to the assassination, which was out of character for the reclusive pair. 4. The hostile takeover. Financial pressure on Charlie Kirk. This is a central pillar of Owens' theory. She alleges Kirk was under immense pressure from major donors to conform to a specific pro-Israel stance. The Hamptons event. She details a private, off-the-record retreat hosted by billionaire Bill Ackman, where Kirk was reportedly confronted. The pressure. Donors like Seth Dillon and commentator Josh Hammer allegedly attacked Kirk for his criticism of Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu, hosting figures like Tucker Carlson and Dave Smith who were critical of Israel, entertaining discussions about Jeffrey Epstein's potential Mossad ties. Financial threats. Owens claims top Jewish donors were pulling funding from Turning Point USA and even demanding their names be removed from buildings just days before Kirk's death, only to reverse course after he was killed. Kirk's own words. She plays a clip of Kirk on Megyn Kelly's show the day after the Hamptons event, venting his frustration about being called anti-Semitic despite his strong pro-Israel record, confirming he was under intense pressure. 5. Response from Bill Ackman and pushback. Owens dismisses Bill Ackman's lengthy written response to her previous episode as a CVS receipt that says nothing of substance. She notes he never addressed the core questions. Was Kirk offered a trip to Israel by Netanyahu? Was he threatened with a loss of funding? She frames the response from certain pro-Israel voices as typical, threats of lawsuits, economic destruction, and smears rather than engaging in honest debate. She defiantly states she doesn't need their money and will not be silenced. Conclusion. Good versus evil. Owens concludes that this is not a left versus right or trans issue. It is a spiritual battle against a corrupt, evil elite that uses money, blackmail, and coercion to control dissent. She believes the assassination was a hostile takeover to silence Kirk's independent voice, and that the official story is a carefully constructed narrative to hide the truth. She promises to continue investigating and demands full transparency.